what mentality do you have to keep headed into Game 4?
Killer mentality. Protect home court. We can't get too hyped. You know, we did what we're supposed to do. So we're ready to go for Game 4. It's a big game for us.
So, first game in the Intuit Dome, second game won in the series versus the Nuggets. In the third game, we've seen the Clippers showcase their connectivity on the floor together. As here, Harden gets doubled, which we will dive in deeper about how he dissects them here in a minute. But on this play, he's able to hit Zoo over the top in the middle of the floor. And this here makes MPJ step up to him, leaving Watson the responsibility of guarding two players. So once the ball is sent down to Batum, Watson has to follow suit and get there to stop an easy bucket in close. But lo and behold, it's Kawhi camping in that corner, and this one right here is straight cash. Not only was Kawhi cashing in from deep, he was also able to be a distraction to the bank tellers, making them all focus on him. So when he alerts his guys they can go through the back, they get right to the safe in a quickness, and now the getaway car is pulling up to collect all the money.
Can he do it again?
Connecting with one another leads to your team getting great looks on the floor possession after possession, and in this game, the Clippers simply went to work. With the game ending in a 34-point beatdown difference, the Clippers were able to pick apart the Nuggets' defensive schemes practically whenever they wanted in many different ways. With Harden being a master facilitator and dishing out 9 assists on just 1 turnover, when he comes off these pick and rolls, it's like his blueprint has now been opened up. As Harden already knows the defense is going to aggressively blitz him off this pick and roll action, and this here allows Zoo to roll right into the mismatch with Christian Brown. At this point, the big man can show everyone his improved skill set and grab the bucket with the left-handed hook. Now, to keep the defense on their P's and Q's, Harden won't always choose the option to go over the top, as that would make him pretty predictable. So this time, when Jokic already has his hands up ready to stop anything from going over the top, Harden used a wraparound bounce pass that Nikola wasn't even expecting to set up Zoo once again. It's almost as if there's not a coverage Harden hasn't figured out how to beat, because even when he attracts the double and it looks like there's no real pass advantages besides a swing back to Derrick Jones Jr., Harden will show us that there's levels to this thing we call playmaking. So as we roll the film, Harden splits the double team with a low carry, which now makes it seem like he's going to opt into a floater. So that's why you see not only Watson sliding over, but you see Jokic coming into the paint as well. Now remember just a second ago how I said things can be predictable? Well, this is why you want to be unpredictable. Because once the defense assumed a floater, Harden turns this into a bullet and Batum locks, loads, and fires.
Beats the buzzer.
All night long, Harden will find the smallest gaps in the defense where he could place the ball right on the platter for his teammates to go eat. And on plays where he gets doubled and the defense is in the position to contest Zoo on the roll, this is where his main option gets taken away. But with premier facilitators, they always know the next option to go to. So when Jokic releases back to Zoo and Christian Brown is late to get back out to Dunn, here comes another 3-pointer. Now just because we've discussed Harden's ability to operate in that pick and roll, it doesn't mean he's the only one who can use it to pick apart the Nuggets. Because with Kawhi's improved decision making in the series since game 1, you get these high screen and rolls where he's doubled just like Harden would be, and if you're only thinking about the very next step in the equation, you will fall victim to a turnover. Because if you look right below Zoo, Christian Brown is sitting there just hunting this pass out, so once it's made, he can run right through it. So with Kawhi thinking 2 steps ahead and not just 1, he noticed Derrick Jones Jr. cutting along the baseline wide open since Jamal Murray has to play coverage on 2 different options, and by now, you already know what's coming next. Even if it wasn't a double off the ball screen, we would see the Nuggets send another player over to help Murray on this matchup. And in this scenario, Aaron Gordon needs to stay dropped down low. And since MPJ is chasing this man on the strong side, Brown needs to play the middle of the floor near the free throw line, as this would allow him to cover both Harden and Powell. Well, since this doesn't happen, and Aaron Gordon assumes he's just gonna gamble his way into the right decision between 2 players who are widely spread apart, this now opens up Jones right under the rim, and here's an emphatic slam. These doubles will haunt the defense all night no matter if it was the star guys or not, but trust me, if they tried to stop these guys all alone, it was truly a done deal. As Kawhi is able to break off Jokic with this clean in and out to continue downhill to score, and when James gets into the open court, this is pretty much his playground, as all he needs to do is locate his target, find a move in his toolbox that he wants to select, and with him choosing the stutter step low carry, this unlocks the paint as he just defeated Brown on the quest, and now it's time to finish off the mission. With these two getting older and dealing with injuries in their career, it's great to not only be able to see them push the pace, but to also add in some extra sauce while getting there. And with the ref blowing the whistle, this one ends in an and one. Kawhi put up 21 points in this game, showcasing his skill set from all levels. Hence as to why they send the double right here, because after what they saw in game 2, they were determined to not let him get on a roll like that again. So right here, they do end up forcing the ball out of his hands, but all it takes is one key mistake, such as Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray running away from Kawhi instead of wanting them staying. So with a quick send back to Kawhi around the sideline, he can now send it up with no problem whatsoever. Play after play, Kawhi would make it look easy, as he would just get to his spots within a couple dribbles after attacking, and although Brown is right there in his grill, Kawhi simply isn't phased at all and drills the bucket. Any matchup they've used on Kawhi in this series pretty much hasn't worked, as even if they do have guys in place to help deter him from driving the ball when he's en route to the basket, he'll quickly see that Jokic is in the paint to help, so Leonard will use that strength to muscle off Brown while spinning back the other way, and bada bing, it's money team. Many times throughout this game, we would see the scoring of Kawhi force the defense into collapsing on him, which would lead to great looks when the ball got moving around the perimeter, and for the times they didn't have to deal with Leonard, well, this is where Harden would get into his bag, and I'll let you hear it.
He's got a couple of threes. Give him a hat trick.
Harden will use those screens to his advantage when looking to score the ball, just as he would when he's setting up his guys, as right here, he could be Jokic off the dribble to go to the rim if he wanted, but he may face a little resistance, so by dragging the double out further instead of attacking, this gives him time to allow Jokic to release off, which now opens up a clear lane to attack aggressively, and even though he bobbles it, Harden is able to regain control to kiss this off the glass. Yeah, it's quite hard to slow down Harden out these screen actions, because if you decide to give yourself some space to be ready for the drive, he'll rise up immediately, showing that you need to step out, and even if you are semi-close but still backpedaling on the play, he'll show you one more time that he means business. So honestly, do all you can, but the Clippers have found ways to still dissect the defense time and time again, and if they leave any angle for James to exploit, we should already know by now that that's exactly what he'll do. This win right here didn't just come from their two stars doing all the work by themselves as much as it seemed like it, as Norman Powell and Big Zoo added in 20 and 19 points themselves, really helping this Clippers team add more fuel to the fire. Powell was running in transition to catching fire with confidence right over the closeout of his defender. When he had to do some creation, he didn't mind staying composed when being cut off to then spin back to drain the bucket. And if he had to swerve in that corner, whoa, he could take the slap on the wrist and finish the finger roll. If we're keeping it a band, the Nuggets got broke this game, and the Clippers are showing everyone that they are serious and ready to make a deep playoff push. Now, I won't sit up here and say you can count the Nuggets out, as they have Nikola Jokic on their team, but boy oh boy do things look spooky. If you want me to continue covering this series and other playoff series, make sure you comment cash. And also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you're first to know when I upload. Oh, and to everyone that made it this far, if you want to see me just talking basketball, clear cut, no edits, and it's just me and the camera talking, go to YouTube and type in Bands Hoops, B-A-N-D-Z Hoops. I'm going to start uploading over there more frequently and want to build a community, so go over there and subscribe. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.